Hello, my name is River McGar, and in this video I am going to be talking about Mary Tharp, the woman who created the world's first scientific map of the Atlantic floor. Let's talk about how she got there first. Mary was born in 1920, Ypsilanti, Michigan, USA, to her father, William Edgar Tharp, and her mother, Bertha Louise Newton. Her mother died when she was 15, and her father's job forced him to move around a lot. However, both her parents urged her to be adventurous and explore the unknown. Through her years of traveling with her father, she had attended more than a dozen schools before graduating from Florence, Alabama High School. She began studying at Ohio University in fall of 1939, starting out as an art major. Then she took music, German, zoology, paleobotany, philosophy, and English. Finally, she discovered her true calling, which was geology. It was in this university that she met her one and only mentor, Dr. Dow. He helped her realize her own talent. He made her take drafting classes to start with, even though the field was entirely dominated by men, but she needed to comprehend many things in 3D forms. It was later in her senior year that she came across a rare opportunity to join an accelerated geology degree with guarantee of a job in the petroleum industry upon graduation. Mr. Dow encouraged her to continue to seek out new inspiring things. The times were rather challenging for geologists, for there was no definitive answers about how the Earth's crust was actually formed, or why it deforms to begin with. Geologists at this time could only help but look at an incomplete picture before them and make a hypothesis about what the picture actually meant. After finishing up her training at Michigan, she was hired into Standard Oil in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1948. She felt rather bored working a desk job knowing that there still might be things to discover in the world. She later began working with Bruce Heezen, who she would spend a long 25-year partnership with, and together they would begin processing unexamined sound recordings of the North Atlantic Ocean floor. Heezen and Tharp would spend much of this time profiling sound recordings to gain more accurate mappings of the sea levels. Tharp saw that there was far too much of a gap between all of their profiles, so she used temperature readings, salinity measurements, and cores. What she didn't know was she was accidentally discovering something called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. This original study was showed to be at about 10,000 miles long, but after a little bit more legwork, we came to realize that it clocked in at about 40,000 miles long, only a little bit off. Of course, this discovery was met with an amount of resentment and doubt, since the continental drift theory was discredited and unpopular among many scientists. However, the Times could not immediately accept Tharp's great discovery before being called out as a bunch of lies or just straight girl talk. Except the evidence was all there, at the bottom of the floor in the ocean, all 40,000 miles of it. And the world would eventually come to accept that. It just wasn't quite as immediately as we thought it would be. Mary Tharp is truly inspiring to read about, and her achievements stand out more than many other scientists of her time. Truthfully, I cannot relate to her, but I can admire someone against all reasoning and odds made a real discovery that could have never been made or taken many more years to make. I'm willing to bet that someone who's never taken a geology or astronomy class has probably never heard her name before, at least not before this video. And I find it rather sad that her achievements are not too well known. But truthfully, I doubt that she did it to be recognized by humanity, but rather she did it for the sake of humanity, as all great scientists do. Thank you.